waiting for the water line to finish. I'm so happy.
Is this an OC or
This is my OC, yes. Awesome. For 7 months out of the year, I would be wearing a green hoodie, but not in the summer.
Hello, everybody. Understandable.
It is now 9:30. Welcome, everyone. You're all here for Assertiveness seminar, right? How many of you have been to an Assertiveness seminar with the only brass knuckles before? The rest of you, you're in for a treat, and actually the ones that have been here before, you are too. We are mixing it up this year. So, without any further hesitation, I'm Brass Knuckles.
And I'm Hanky.
And we are here to pump you up! Are you tired? I want to hear you stomp if you're tired of being a pushover.
Stop if you're tired of being a doormat.
Stop if you want to pay nothing for this seminar. That's no joke, friends. You know. Brass Knuckles is so confident that if you are not 100% confident after this seminar, that you will pay nothing. Today we'll teach you that every pony can be assertive. One of the really fun things we do here is make you repeat catchphrases, because that's how we make our bits. So I want you to say it with me. Every pony can be assertive. Ready? Every pony can be assertive. Does every pony also mean you? Now I want you to say, I can be assertive, and hoof bump a neighbor. Ready? I can be assertive. Yeah! Woo! If you don't have a neighbor, wave your hand, somebody will come visit. Every pony can be assertive, and that includes you. But I pity the foal that doubts Brass Knuckles' methods. You don't doubt me, do you?
Nuh-uh, never.
That, my friends, is our first lesson. Never listen to Hanky the goat.
No.
Have any of you actually met Hanky? He is a true gem. And in fact, Thank you, Hanky. I actually bought 4 extra ties just in case he ends up eating that one.
Tastes like chicken.
Really?
That's what Timon told me. Yes.
Hey, Hanky, as a reminder, this is a PG panel.
Oh.
The other ones I think are down the hall. But we're here to learn about assertiveness and to show you how you can be assertive while having some fun, because this is the time. This is Friday night at BronyCon, and we are so happy to see you all here. So give yourself a hand. This is great. You may have seen Iron Will. You may have seen Iron Will Smith, who is regretfully unable to attend and sends his love to all of you. Love you, Iron Will Smith. Assertiveness is all about learning what is it, because it's kind of a long word, and also because it takes time. Assertiveness is being firm with your concerns and expressing your needs so that others understand what you are saying. So assertiveness means to be firm with your concerns. Say it with me.
Be firm with your concerns.
It means explaining yourself so that they can understand your feelings and listen to your needs to make sure that you are not upset and that you are able to get what you want, whether it's saying no or whether it's being able to express yourself, because sometimes it's hard to talk to other ponies. And also, you, give me this. So, we're gonna go through some rules first, because I have a feeling this is gonna come up a few times. Rules of engagement. So this is not just a feel-good panel, but the first rule is that we are not trained professionals. So if you actually want real advice, please don't be afraid to talk to the pros, friends, counselors. It It's never a bad thing to ask for advice. I am an assertiveness pro. I am not a coaching or counseling pro. So, I know, right?
He's on to something.
Rule number 2. We love volunteers, and actually requested for the series to be put in front. So you all can have the choice to come up on stage and join us for our assertiveness demonstrations. How's that sound? So we have to go through an example first. Are there any Fluttershies in the audience that would like to volunteer? I see a Fluttershy. Come on down. Round of applause. Treated like royalty. Your name, please? Christy. Everyone, this is Christy. We're going to go through a little sketch on putting your hoof down. Old episode when Fluttershy first met Iron Will. You think you can do it? All right, Hanky, I'm going to make you pretend to be Iron Will. All you really have to do is demand money from her.
Give me your money. What?
No.
Excuse me, you are saying it to the Iron Will?
If I recall correctly, you said that you do not pay anything if we are not completely satisfied. Well, I'm not satisfied.
I could not ask for a better demo. Thank you, Christy. No means no, and that is the lesson for today. So, Christy, great job, round of applause. And that's how easy it is to volunteer if you want to say yes. If you do not want to volunteer, we will respect your demands or requests or your no's. Not your nose, thank you. And this goes in real life as well. If anyone ever asks for you to do something or you're not really comfortable with it, no always means no. And if you're with someone that doesn't respect that judgment, you probably shouldn't be around them. Or maybe you have to be assertive and say, no means no. Please respect me because I don't want to do this. So I guarantee you that here, we will make sure that you always do volunteer if you want. But if there's somebody in the very back that we call on, and you don't say no, you may have to volunteer later. Rule number 3 and 4. We went through no means no, and the last is there will be no bullying. Not no bullying. Bullying. This is why I hired Peggy. We're all friends here, and we want to be here because we share the love of ponies and friendship. So if there's anyone laughing and you come up on stage, it's probably because they've had a similar experience, and not that they are teasing or making fun of you. Because there should never be any teasing or making fun of any pony. You really want to understand each other and respect each other, and yes, we're going to keep it light and funny, so please laugh at us all you want, but don't laugh at each other, okay? All right. So our first lesson is that every pony can be assertive. For those of you that came in late, welcome. We're going to go through this practice again. I want you to say, I can be assertive, and then hoof bump a different neighbor. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I can be assertive. All right. Hey, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Have you used this thing called
That sounds like something that's in the hay that I don't want to try to eat.
I love you.
I love you too.
Sriracha sauce. Yeah, what is this sriracha? Has anybody used sriracha? Sriracha, for those of you that are not yet in the know, is this website that originated to give anonymous, which means you don't know who it's from, comments, and it can be good or bad or ugly, right? And all you do is you put your link up there. So I am at Designs Sriracha. You can go on there right now and leave me feedback. You could say that I smell, you could say that Hanky's better than me, or you could say that I've actually made a difference. And so you never know what they're going to post, but the idea was it was supposed to be feedback. And now people just want to know, what is it you think about me? So everybody's been posting these links like the last couple weeks, right? Most people have been. And it's the opposite of what we're talking about here. So when you use something that anonymizes and takes the person away, you can hear whatever they want to say. They could be assertive or they could speak their mind, but you don't know who it is. So there's no solution if it was a problem. And there's no way to know who it is to be able to change anything. Or maybe somebody did compliment you, and maybe you could have a stronger friendship if you actually talk to each other. Mm-hmm. But with Sarah, Sarah, that sriracha sounds so much better.
Sriracha sounds.
With sriracha sauce, you are able to then never know. You never know. While you can give me an honest feedback, I also appreciate live feedback. Feel free to visit me after the panel, or actually I'm in the vending hall, number 52, and you can provide in-person feedback. We're going to spend the rest of this seminar talking about how you talk to actual real people. Like, look around you, right? Are there people, ponies, creatures of all sorts?
I even see a wolf in the crowd. That's amazing.
It's fantastic.
You came from the 100-acre wood, did you?
All of the people around you could be your friends, and they're definitely all here for the same reason. So now you just have to learn to talk to them, whether you're comfortable or uncomfortable. You want to be able to let them know. Because one of the craziest things that happens is when you get uncomfortable and you just don't know what to say. So, volunteer in the back, are you ready? Come on down! Keep going, keep clapping, come on. Woo! You have to let us guide you up the stairs.
You didn't sign a confidentiality agreement, so that would have been on you.
All right, so, what do you think?
What do I think of what?
Okay, Hanky. First of all, what's your name?
Textalium?
How do you feel about us standing like this?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. All right, so if you would stand right in the middle of us, we'll both kind of back up a little. So what happens is when people are close to you, which happens a lot at conventions like this, like the elevators, if you're able to actually use the elevators. Very concerned, very sardini. What happens when you get too close to people is they start to feel uncomfortable. So we're going to do a little magic trick here. So I want you to stand right here. Hanky, very slowly step towards our volunteer, very, very slowly. And you say when it's uncomfortable, okay? Go. Look at him, look at him, look him in the eye. How does he feel right now? Is it uncomfortable?
Oh, it feels like Jaws right now.
So when he said it feels like Jaws, if you raise your hand and point towards him, right? Look at this. This is 1 arm's length. This is the exact distance that most people in Western society start to feel uncomfortable. Weird, right? Don't cut his hand. At least he's not nibbling your shirt yet. So that is the magic trick. Could I have another volunteer come up on stage? I saw right there. We'll do the correct stare guidance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Welcome, welcome. Now, I want you to stand there. Yep. And I want you to go here. And I want you to not so intimidatingly walk towards our second volunteer, whose name is?
JC.
This is JC. Ready? Are you ready? You have to be honest. When does it feel uncomfortable? Go. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. Slow. Ooh, he's iron. Whoop. He said okay, okay. Now if you raise your hand, it looks like it's a little closer. Yeah. But about an arm's distance. Great job, both of you. Thank you so much. Careful on the stairs. Oh, it's okay. I'll give you bro hooves. Personal space and respecting it is one of the things that's very weird because it's like they're already like in your business, and what do you say? Like, Hi?
Hello?
Why are you so close to me?
I think you smell the Mary Kay thing.
So sometimes if it's not the sardine elevator, but if you're really close to other people, you can say, excuse me, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, would you mind stepping back? Or, hey, I'm not so comfortable. Because then you've got the people that keep following you as you're stepping, which is kind of like what happened with our first volunteer. So you want to be able to express yourself, and you have to be clear. And you have to do that by saying exactly how you feel. Because, as we said with our first catchphrase, assertive deeds meet your needs. Say it with us. Assertive deeds meet your needs. If your needs are to have them get a little bit further away from you, have the courage to just say it, because that's the easiest way to do it. Don't go, say, excuse me, I feel a little uncomfortable, would you mind stepping away? That's completely acceptable. Completely acceptable. And if they really don't accept it, they're just weirder than Hanky. I'm going to share a spoiler now. If you haven't seen this episode, you may want to plug your ears. I'm so sorry. Hanky, have you seen this episode? Fluttershy leans in.
Yes, I have.
Good, I told him to. Fluttershy leans in is the continuation of what we saw on stage with our first volunteer. When Fluttershy first said, no means no. Right?
Right.
She started to learn how to be assertive in season 1, 2. There you go. Season 2. And it is now season 7. So in 5 years, Fluttershy went from not knowing how to express herself, even to the point of being a doormat. Letting people step on, well, okay, she still lets Angel step on her, but we're working on that. Now she's starting to talk about her dreams, and one of those dreams was to make a sanctuary. And she made a board talking about how awesome it would be. And then what happened? Yeah. Yep. You got the nail on it. Yep. Well said. So for those of you, especially the crowd in the back, this is about her taking control of her dreams and not letting other people say, you should make this. That's what it's about. It's about her being assertive and going from having someone else make this building with drapery and cages to making a fantastic retreat that, honestly, Hanky wants to stay at.
It's a pretty nice place.
Those little snakes are the cutest part. It took her 5 seasons, but she started to practice saying what she wanted, and even though they did something different, in the end, she was still able to say, I want to do it my way. I respect your decisions, but they're not my decisions. That's what being assertive is all about. All right, no more spoilers. It's all good. We're going to get to know you now, because we've been here for 15 minutes talking about assertiveness and sriracha sauce. So, who do we have here at BronyCon for the first time? Wow. Welcome, everybody. Now we're going to play the Who's Been Here the Longest game. So raise your hand if you've been here for 2 or more conventions, 3 or more BronyCons, 4 BronyCons, oh gosh, 5 BronyCons, 6 BronyCons,
2012.
7, 8, all of them. All right, looks like the front crew gets it. Congratulations. It's not really a contest, but it kind of shows Brony these are pretty cool, and the friendship is really what keeps bringing people back. That and the swag.
And it's long lasting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now let's see who is from the DC, Maryland area. All right.
DC Bronies represent!
Okay, now who is from another country? Yes, thank you for coming all the way out here just for the seminar. All right, what countries do we have? Canada? Sweden! Welcome! China! I just learned how to say China in Japanese, so I'm getting there. It's always about trying new things. All right, and so we have some young ones in the audience. I see a few. Thank you especially for coming out. It's great to see folks learning from a very young age, especially the lessons that Fluttershy learned. So thank you again for coming out. If you're interested, what we're gonna do, if you would, give me your microphone, Hanky, thank you. Very well done. If you could pass these around. So I have an email list where I give out monthly tips on the 15th of the month, and I also have some business cards up here if you want to come grab one later, but really all you have to do is look for Brass Knuckles, and Ask Brass Knuckles is my Tumblr. I'll share that information at the end, but if you'd like to get an email, you can give your nickname or your real name, and the state of residence, because I do travel around a little bit, and you'll get monthly motivational quotes and a couple of cheesy quotes as well, and some essays, and just something to keep you feeling good. So that's gonna go around. Keep passing it around, and remember, there's water in the back for those of you that came late. Please hydrate. Did I mention that I have a website? Yep, go for it. Take a picture. And while we're doing that, we are going to do our obligatory annual selfie. So if you want to be in the selfie, make sure you're in this middle portion, and we'll do that. Post, tweet, hashtag BronyCon 2017 and hashtag BrassKnucklesMLP.
I just can't help it.
That's like the most fun we're gonna have all night. Just kidding, more fun is coming, guys. And so is being hydrated. I'm fine, thank you. Are you fine?
I could use a little bit of water.
We could use a tiny glass of water. Does anyone know the lyrics that wants to sing them for us? The glass of water song. Yes, so that's you know more than anyone else here, I think. No. Give him the microphone.
I don't know the whole thing, but I'll try my best. A little glass of water, please. A fresh pressed hanky if I sneeze. Some tea with honey from the bees. Whenever you can brew it. Fortunately, that's all I remember.
Yay! And please still bring back a tiny glass of water. Water? Anybody from Baltimore? Water? Water.
Got that ice cold water. Only $1.
You gotta keep doing the ice cold water song.
Ice. Ice cold water. And it's only $1. Well, the good burger, home of the good burger. Can I take your order?
You're not worthy. Hanky is the best. How many of you have heard the ice cold water man story? I'll tell you the ice cold water man story. The ice cold water man had a very dark past. Drugs, abuse, maybe gangs. Think of all the horrible, evil things in the world, teasing, bullying, that makes you just get angry and want to get away from it all. Ice Cold Waterman was there. And then Ice Cold Waterman saw these crazy people in colorful costumes at this thing called, Otakon or something? I don't remember which one. But he saw that and he said, these kids, they're doing comics instead of drugs. They're having fun with video games instead of alcohol. You know what? That's cool. He got himself turned around, selling water for only $1.
Only $1.
And now he comes to every convention because he wants to see us having fun here instead of out on the streets. Ask him if it's true, and if you have a better story, tell me. But this guy is a local hero. Please buy his water. Give him more than $1. Record his song. He's fantastic. Because that's what the magic of conventions and nerds like us is all about. Having fun and doing it the right way. Let's hear it for Ice Cold Waterman! He's a hero. I love him so much. All right, we are going to start to attack the day by talking about the actual assertiveness spectrum. My dear, how many of you have seen a spectrum before? A couple of lines. It's not a math class, I promise. This is a spectrum. A spectrum has two sides, two different stories. You know, so I used to do this with a white background, but it keeps washing out. So we're going to go with a dark background. And we talked about people that are good with assertiveness. Assertiveness takes practice. Fluttershy was one of those. She attended it. She learned how to stand up for herself. She's able to make her own decisions and say what she needs. Because assertive deeds
Meet your needs.
Oh, come on, every pony. Assertive deeds meet your needs. One thing that's interesting about Fluttershy is that her name actually includes the word shy. At one end of the assertiveness spectrum is shy. Fluttershy is shy. She's always been shy, quiet, and submissive. Submissive is at one end of the assertiveness spectrum. When people like Fluttershy are shy and speak, they tend to be shy, quiet. They don't really necessarily say what they're feeling. And that means that you don't understand what they're saying. So you have to think about that. Shy has to learn to be more assertive. And they also tend to not make eye contact. And one thing that Ironwood Smith always said about that was,
Don't be shy, look him in the eye.
remember that? When there's something wrong, submissives like Fluttershy may know, but not disclose. And if something goes wrong and they are given the choice of fight or flight, they will choose flight, yes. Or freeze. Yeah, or cry, or just shake. Yeah, they're not comfortable with that. And they often don't have a lot of respect for themselves or their needs. That's the price of nice. And often submissive ponies are in abusive or rude relationships like Fluttershy is with the other side of the spectrum. You got it. Hanky, what's Angel?
Oh, Angel, he is one aggressive little bunny. I tell you what, he is especially aggressive when he's with Fluttershy. Instead of flighting and running away, he does the other one. He fights. He fights big time.
And then
He expresses feelings that are at the expense of others. He could be abusive, rude, sarcastic, overpowering, dominating, and not in a fun way.
PG panel. Assertiveness is in the middle. Assertiveness is not being submissive, and it's not being aggressive. Assertiveness is being firm with your concerns. And that means having your needs met. Because we've gone over this many times. What does assertive deeds do? You're getting there, guys. I'm gonna do this little thing here because I forgot I might need audio. So the guys in the back, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. There's another spoiler coming up. Plug your ears. All bottled up episode. Let's see. I might have actually. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here so you guys can take screen caps of the screen caps of the screen caps.
If you do not make this a meme, you are not doing your job.
Oh no, she's running. How's that one, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, Trixie!
If I turn it up to 11, will that work?
Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna make it sound like we know what we're talking about here. So what's happening while Trixie is running around? What, Hanky, can you pretend to be Granny Smith throwing your dentures at me?
What are you doing? You're keeping it all inside. It's crazy.
Why are you so angry at me? I don't know what's going on. No.
Should have been asleep 5 hours ago.
No. And then somebody like threw their visor at you. It was just like, what's going on here?
He lost bingo. I'm not even going to tell you what that means.
Did you bring your lucky troll?
No.
That's why you lost it, bingo. So why were they so angry? What was bottled up? Starlight's emotions, her anger, yes. Little things that add up over time, because what did Starlight not do? She didn't speak her mind. She didn't tell her friends. She didn't try on those small moments to say, you know what? I'm worried about you. Why are you doing all these things? Why are you not washing the dishes? You know? Why did you make too many teacups?
Teacup? Teacup, 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 teacup. You know what you need?
No. I don't need a teacup, do I?
Teacup.
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 It is a song, actually. Okay, so that's what's going on when she's angry. She's bottling up her anger. She's being aggressive and holding it in, and sometimes when you do that, it explodes. You don't want to have that explosion. And so what happened in the end is that once they realized that was the problem, they started talking. Because assertive deeds
meet your needs.
Yes, it is. One way to do that is to be firm with your concerns. Say with me, be firm with your concerns. And when you're upset at someone, to say it sooner than later. Whether it's somebody standing too close to you or a habit. Because one thing that they say in this is that Trixie didn't know she was doing anything annoying. Not even the teacup song.
Not even the teacup
She
song.
thought it was fun. What happens when you don't know? you keep doing it. Yeah, you have to be able to express your needs, to have them say, oh, you know what? Now that you said that, we can hug and make up and have a happy screen cap. And that's what All Bottled Up is all about. They did say they loved each other in this episode. Everybody loves every pony in this room. Yay! So our next lesson is be true, don't assume. Because what happened is that Starlight assumed Trixie was doing it to be mean. She wasn't. So you have to be true, don't
Assume.
Say it again. Be true, don't assume. Now remember what we said at the beginning. Who can be assertive? Every pony. So, including you. So ready? We're going to do it again. Say, I can be assertive, and give another hoof bump. I can be assertive. And now, for an intermission, we are having, for the first time ever, a boxing conference. Good evening to one and all at the Baltimore Convention Center in the charming city of Baltimore for the first and final press conference to the greatest fight that every Philly Angelical will talk about for eons to come. On August 26th, these two giants will face off against one another in the ultimate battle of supremacy to settle it once and for all to find out who is the best fighter in all of Equestria. Now we have one fighter here. Sir, what is your name?
Indy.
This is Indy. Indy will be giving us part of the boxing showdown. Hanky?
Yes.
What do we need?
Ah?
Do we need anything?
All you need is your imagination.
Is anyone else here really good at boxing? Boxing fan? Boxing fan? Maybe? MMA? Does MMA count? All right. Sir Stormy Sky, would you like to volunteer to help us with this? Yay! Stairs. Join us, please. Thank you. Woohoo. Now, we're going to practice a little outside the personal space. Because what's going to happen is we have, over to my left, a colt who is as big as a house, as strong as an ox, and as loud as a beagle. Yes, I said a beagle. Have you ever heard them when they're hungry? Come on. Oh man, he's pretty hungry. This strong colt has gone 28-3 with many knockouts in the hay. Without further ado, fellas and gentlemen, put your hooves together for who will pretend to be both biceps.
This is too easy. I'm gonna turn you into a...
Personal space without touch. Get right up in his face and be like, I'm the best.
I'm the best. Number one. No one's better than me. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do?
PG.
Oh, you don't even wanna know. Oh! You think that intimidates both biceps? Nothing intimidates girls!
I have hate coming out of my eyes. Just imagine what I can do with my fists.
Oh, you mean these little things that you call fists? Huh. Could have fooled me.
I have dark crystals that can appear out of nowhere. You best be warned.
I mean, I hear one thing over here. It's not processing.
competition number 1, what do you think? To my right is a colt who's seen the ups and seen the downs. He ran and lost a kingdom, but got back on his hooves, and he's still standing strong. What are you gonna do about it, eh? He's gone 49-0 in the Colt Boxing Organization, becoming the most decorated boxer in Equestria. Here he is going for the big 5-0, Phillies and Gentle Colts, with the crown, King Sabra!
What's up, what's up? I took over a Crystal Empire. You got nothing on me, boy.
Empire, please. I can take those in my sleep.
Once I have the crystal heart, you won't need to sleep.
Why would I need a crystal heart when I can get a diamond heart? Much stronger than crystal.
Then I'll just have to take all the eloquent magic.
What alicorn magic?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Who wants to know the result of this wrestling match? Boxing match, MMA match.
I mean, I'm down for wrestling.
You're down. What? Sir, I think you need to tell us where we can find this wonderful programming.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. These two warriors are ready to face off live on August 26th at the wonderful arena in Las Vegas. And on Tricks Time for only 100 minutes. Thank you all for coming. Now you two got to do something that those other two guys started doing. Hard work! Yeah!
Yeah.
Hard work!
You got it.
Put in easy work there!
Let's hear it again for the volunteers.
Hanky loves the wolf.
Oh, every pony. How'd you like that? Or did you like that? It's a little different because what the fight, making bits, this was a lesson. We're not just selling
You
Tricks
sure?
Time. Tricks Time subscriptions are hard to come by the way.
Tracy gave us some really good sponsorship right there.
Yeah, I know. So what happened is these two were going through something we taught at the beginning. What was that phrase we said? Well, no. Back? Any pony can, yes, that too. To be an assertiveness ace, respect personal space. So we mentioned it without the awesome rhyme. Now we're going to practice it together. Ready? To be an assertiveness ace, respect the personal space. You don't want to get up in the face and be like, I got this.
You don't want to be in the face of a cat?
Okay, there's something about a crystal empire?
Oh, that Crystal Empire went down eons ago.
Yes, it's kind of cold there now, actually. You might want to cool off there.
It's... Goat.exe has stopped working.
Okay. If you have confrontations, step back, relax, cool down. Respect personal space and remember to say if they're too close to you. Because one way to remember is to be respectful and to say if you're uncomfortable. The other one that we mentioned very early in the beginning, don't be shy. Look at me in the eye. If you're standing like this staring people down, why are you so tall, man?
It's all that hay I've eaten all those years.
I gotcha.
What is this, an infomercial?
We already told them they're watching Tricks Time for the next hour.
Well, that's okay, because they're watching Game of Scones.
Only on Tricks Time, Phillies and Gentle Colts. One other thing that these pros tend to do, including us, is something called the power pose. Because you know that one of the things that we did at the beginning was power poses. Power poses is all about making you look more intimidating, but not just because it is intimidating, it actually copies nature. Did you know that, Hanky?
Maybe. No.
Have you ever been chased by a lion, Hanky?
I've been chased by a plush lion. One that was thrown at me.
I'm not gonna ask you where you were then.
Those were some bad kids that day.
When it was flying at you in a slightly non-traumatic way, did it look like this? Ah!
It was like Mufasa and my life flashed before my eyes.
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers! They're like, why is Mufasa attacking you? Are you scarred?
The alternative universe is so weird.
Oh my gosh. In nature, things like giant lions look big and intimidating. That's actually just, it's subconscious, it's in your mind. These are what are called power poses. Any business people or real life adulters out there that have heard of power poses? I see some adulters. Thanks for staying up late, because you know I'm staying past my bedtime too. What is adulting? You don't want to know. Stay far away. You're only as young as you think you are.
Age is just a number.
I am going to continue talking about power poses. So if you search the internet, you will find power poses. They are big, they are wide, they are strong, and one interesting thing about power poses is that if you actually stand in the power poses and hold it for 2 minutes, it actually subconsciously makes your brain create the feel-good chemicals that make you start to feel more powerful and assertive. So literally, if you're getting ready for a meeting or an interview, go into a bathroom and just like stand like this.
I look good.
Like in a stall with the door closed so they're not like standing next to you going, what are you doing, sir? Yes. Spike has shown power poses. And he's a little guy, but he still looks strong. Good. We could go on and on about power poses, but I'm just going to mention it briefly. And if you'd like to learn more, we're going to be discussing some of that in Cosplay for Confidence as well, which is going to be tomorrow night. There's one other way that you can have a power pose, and this is another ad sponsored by Tricks Time. Are you ready, Sir Hanky? We are going to show you the best product there ever was. And we have explicit permission from the artist to share this with you. Many thanks to mutagull.deviantart.com. Hanky, take it away!
Look at me. Look at me in this beautiful sky and this beautiful background. Do I smell good? Do I look good? Of course I can, because I have Old Spice. Now it's non-aluminum, so it takes care of all your body, and it makes you smell good for over 24 hours. I'm on a Big Mac. Yup.
Let's hear it for Hanky, everybody!
I'm gonna do the Kyle Busch now.
That was so awesome. Now back to our normal programming. Playing it safe. For those of you that have gone to an assertiveness seminar, this is an acronym to talk about how to talk about your issues. Because assertiveness is about being firm with your concerns. Say it again, be firm with your concerns. To do that, think about writing it down before you talk to people if you have an issue. If you practice it, if you have it thought out, it'll be much better. You want to plan it. Take time. Have that space. And when you start writing down the issue that you need to be assertive about, write down the specific act. That is S-A-R-T-I-V-E. How you feel? F. Yes. How do you feel? What is that specific thing and how does it make you feel? And finally, the effect of it. How does it make you feel? Because that's really what it's all about. So, playing it safe. I'm going to go through my example and then we'll go through an example together. Actually, we have an example underneath us. I can feel it. Can any of you guys feel that crazy downstairs? What is going down? We drop the bass, drop the bass. So our downstairs neighbors right now happen to be Vinyl Scratch and Octavia. We're right above them, and of course they're always having parties and playing music, and it's gonna be annoying when it's about 4 or 5 a.m. and you're trying to go to sleep, right? Be responsible, go to bed early. So how would you deal with this situation? Let's go through an example. Now, if this was actually our downstairs neighbors and it wasn't like, two floors below us?
2 floors, yes.
This is ridiculous, guys. It's like we got these little stands that are going like, woo! So, we could technically go down there. Or, if you're really submissive or shy on that far end of the assertive spectrum, you may just try and ignore it. Earplugs, anyone? Trying to ignore it doesn't fix the problem and doesn't address it either. What else can we do?
We could also bang on the wall, or in this case, bang on the ground, just like this. Hey!
Hey!
Down there!
Hey! You think they'll hear it? No. Maybe if we yell together. Or maybe just leave a note on the wall outside and say, could you please be quiet tomorrow? No. They won't see it until tomorrow. And it's something called passive aggressive. Anyone heard of that? So what happens is they are trying to express their needs, but they're not talking to anyone like the sriracha-cha-ha-ha. And also, they're seeing the problem, and they're probably going to make you more upset. Yes. We can have sriracha ha-ha party after this to share our srirachas. Thank you. So, you could try and do things to annoy them, but that is aggressive. You could stomp on the ground, or maybe even go over their door and beat on it. Say, hey, what's going on? But, right? We're going to be doing some beatboxing just to make them listen to us, which was fantastic. I did that at the friendship games today. Friendship games are icebreakers. If you want to meet new friends, noon tomorrow in the Stomp space, which is like really hard to find behind the main events area. But we can do some more beatboxing then, it's pretty fun. You should come. We got this. So, the only really true assertive way is to talk to them. Preferably at the time or soon after something happens that upsets you. You want to actually be heard, and when they answer, express your needs. So we have to use the safe statement to do that. So, safe is specific act, feelings, and effects. The specific act, what is the problem that we are dealing with right below us? It's too loud. It's too loud, and actually it could be bad, especially if it was on the Richter scale. I see, yes. Common courtesy. You're right, yeah, it's against courtesy, and some people don't think about that, especially if they've had a little too much of something that we're not talking about here.
PG.
It's not ice cold water, I'll tell you that much.
And it's not only $1.
Cider. So in order to do that, the specific act is when you are too loud this late at night. That's a specific act. How does it make us feel? Well, I'm going to be really grouchy and tired because I'm trying to get some sleep. How does it make you feel?
It's gonna make me get up in the morning, just look at that door, go, "Arr! It will be your fault when I go into work and I can't work well today."
Frustrating.
To say the least.
Frustrating. You have trouble at work when you don't get enough sleep. That's a big deal. And that gets into the effect. So the effect is, it makes me upset and tired and cranky, and then when I go to work, I risk my job. I need my sleep. Could you please respect that? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So not getting sleep affects your health. You could gain weight, get grouchy, maybe have some more mental issues if you're not getting enough sleep. It's been proven. Yeah. So these are all things that are making you want to tell them to be quiet in a nice way. And sometimes you have to repeat it. So if I say, when you're being this loud late at night, it makes me feel kind of sick to my stomach because I'm not sleeping. And when I'm sick and tired and grouchy and I have to go to work the next day, it puts me at risk. I could be fired. And I know that you want to have a party and you want to have fun. I mean, it's fun to scratch and octave. Like, you guys have some really cool jams now, right? But could we work out a plan on when you're doing it? Maybe I can tell you when I'm away, or maybe do it earlier. There has to be some compromise. You can't get your way. Well, you don't want them to get their way either. A compromise is where you meet in the middle. Yes. Yes. That's the selfish part. So that's when, and again, we are not trained professionals, but the studies say that the best way to do that is to keep repeating the assertiveness phrase. How does it make you feel? What are the effects? It may take multiple days. It may take weeks. But if you continue to say the same thing, eventually they'll stop taking it personally, and they'll start to realize that it's affecting you. And that's the hardest part, because sometimes they're like, well, you know, this is my freedom, am I right? Or, you know, I don't care about you. But at some point, we're all, well, spoilers, we're probably all human. What? Yes. Yes. Chris. Yes. Talk to authorities, counselors, police. Have someone with you. If you're uncomfortable, do it in a public space. Have someone with you. Yes. Yep. Always talk first. Make sure you at least express your needs, hopefully without a note. Yes. Yep. You've got to start somewhere. One last comment in the back. Speak softly and carry a big stick, sort of. You do have to speak softly, you have to speak reasonably. You don't want to be angry. If you're upset or if they're upset, you have to step back and try again later. The big stick is useful, but definitely don't be waving any weapons around. Bring a friend instead of a weapon. Yeah, I like bringing friends. Here are friends here. This has been a great audience. So actually, we only have a few minutes left, surprisingly. Hanky, I think that tricks time took a little bit longer than we were expecting.
Yeah, she'll thank us later.
However, we did go over a couple of assertiveness lessons, and I hope you all had fun as well, right? That's what I like to hear. So, assertive deeds.
Your needs.
What is this? Not every pony. What is it? I can be assertive. Let's go. One more time, guys. I can be assertive. Goofball. Let's go. This is it, the final run. Yeah. All right, Hanky. What did we talk about today?
Well, today we talked about playing it safe. Specific acts, feelings, and effects. Also, we talked about...
No means...
No.
Be firm with your concerns. Assertive deeds.
Meet your needs.
You called that one. Be true. Don't assume. To be an assertiveness ace, respect their personal space.
Don't be shy.
Look them in the eye. That's my favorite one. And use those to play safe, which is specific, act, feelings, and effects. And then every pony can be assertive. It'll take practice. Remember at the beginning, it took Fluttershy 5 seasons. Start today, and you will be assertive. Don't delay. Yes, call now and sign up for Tricks Time.
Call in the next 15 minutes and you'll get 2 months free.
Now get out there and attack the dairy pony. If you want my cards, I've got them up here. Thank you all. You've been a great audience.